that. And so if I am so focused on staying on the line, I can't fulfill my assignment. But my God is big enough to handle my fault, my strokes, grubs, my mess ups, because he's already prepared for what I might do. He knows what I'm going to do before I do it, and he already made preparation for me before I get there. What follows darkness is light. That darkness is the indicator that light is getting ready to shine. So there it is in Genesis, when darkness was upon the face of the deep, and God in the spirit form moved upon the face of the waters, and then God said, let there be. Because darkness precedes the light. Are you understanding what I'm saying? But he needs the darkness there so that God can move upon the face of the deep, so that the shift can take place. Listen, look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor that shift take place in the darkness. Oh God, y'all didn't hear what I just said. Everybody's not going to see the shift that's happening. They see the chaos, but they don't see the shift. They see all the craziness going on in your life, but they don't understand that underneath the darkness, God is moving in secret. He's moving in quiet. He's moving in the hidden places. He's moving in the cracks and the corners and the crevices. He's moving in places that you cannot see. And when the light comes, they're going to see a new order. Even afraid to dream, afraid to imagine. But I'm here to tell you that you are an infinite, limitless, boundless being. Are you willing to do what is necessary to have what you desire?
Thank you for joining us. Please take a moment and like the Facebook page. Subscribe to the YouTube page and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we go live. If you are finding value in these enrichment sessions, please consider supporting this page financially. Your donations allow us to continue to provide spiritual enlightenment, self-exploration, and kingdom knowledge. Also, consider becoming a partner because partnerships have this privilege. As a partner, you'll be able to attend our annual Partners Only Summer Summit, join us for our 6 a.m. virtual daily guided meditation sessions, weekly advanced empowerment sessions, regular prophetic insights and instructions, 30% discount on all Emerge books and merchandise, and a custom Emerge t-shirt. You'll also gain full access to the private Emerge movement community page as well as group chats. Once again, thank you for watching.
And good morning to all of you. Good morning, and thank you for joining me for the Emerge Empowerment Session. Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers that are out there watching me this morning. You absolutely deserve to be celebrated in a world where men are mostly devalued, especially Black men, and treated as though we really don't matter, and that we're not important, and that we don't really have a whole lot to offer the world. I want you to know that you are valuable. Your importance, your presence in the life of your children, in your families, your presence in this world is absolutely necessary. Your contribution to humanity is immeasurable, and you deserve to be celebrated. So even if nobody else is celebrating you this morning, know that I am, and go out and celebrate yourself because you deserve it. Welcome to the Emerge Empowerment Session. I'm your host, Isaac J. Miles Sr., and I am glad that you have tuned in. You have tuned into one of the most powerful places on the planet. And today we're going to have a really great conscious conversation that I believe is going to be very impactful in your life. Now, I want you to do something for me. Those of you who are watching me via Facebook and on YouTube Live, I want you to like, share, and to tag. Like, share, and to tag. And if you're on Facebook, follow our Facebook page, Emerge LEC. And those of you who are watching via YouTube, make sure that you follow this page as well. Don't just like the video. I need you to follow, and invite your friends and loved ones to come and follow as well. Share this particular live broadcast to the people that you believe that it will be impactful for, who would really gain something from being a part of this conscious conversation. And then also in the comments on Facebook, please tag as many people as you desire to, and alert them to this particular broadcast so they can come over and be a part of this conversation. Also, we are monetized, so if you'd like to share stars with us, then you can do that also. We appreciate your financial support by way of stars, or those who would like to give, use any of the platforms that you see listed in the description above, from Cashapp to Venmo. We really appreciate your support in helping us to expand this particular platform. All right, I don't intend to be on very long this morning because it's Father's Day. And so I know many of you are getting up, getting ready, getting dressed. Some of you are on your way, headed toward a particular brick and mortar place of worship, or to do some kind of activity with your father. At least I hope you are. And so I don't want to take up too much of your time. And so I want to be able to get on and get off and give you the time necessary to be able to go out and celebrate these wonderful men today. Today, we're going to talk about living a transcendent life. And I'm going to give you several different points that you can begin to address so that you can live a transcendent life. Now, I'm going to be moving kind of fast because, again, I want to keep it brief. I don't want to go over our time this morning. So I need for you to listen carefully, listen fast. And if you're taking notes, then write fast. But if you don't have time to write everything down, then simply come back to the video, because I'll leave it posted on the page that you are watching right now. So you'll be able to come back and re-listen to it again. So let's begin with an introduction by defining what a transcendent life it is. What does it mean to transcend? The word transcend actually literally means to rise above or to go beyond the limits of. It's a very simple definition. To rise above or go beyond the limits of. It is expanding, exploring, and experiencing into the realms of the limitless, boundless, endless, timeless ether that is available to all of us, emphasizing the importance of seeking a higher meaning and a higher purpose for our being. Living a life is that you are living a life that is elevated above all of the minutia and the noise and all of the situations and circumstances of this three-dimensional existence that we call life. It means that you have learned the art and the science of being able to keep an elevated consciousness and have elevated experiences, even though you may be surrounded by chaos and anarchy. It's the ability that Paul speaks about in Philippians when he says that I have learned in whatsoever state that I'm in, therewith to be content. He's saying that I've learned how to be at peace and to experience joy and unspeakable, undescribable happiness, even when there is chaos and challenges all around me. I've learned how to live above the fray, how to rise above my situations. Isaiah says it like this: they that wait upon the Lord. When he talks about waiting upon the Lord, he's not saying that he's waiting for the Lord to show up or waiting for God to do something, but saying that I am sitting in the presence of God, remaining in that eternal moment of now. He says, those who sit in the presence or wait in the presence of God shall do these few things: renew their strength. They're constantly renewing their strength, doing what's necessary to strengthen their soul. They will mount up with wings as an eagle. There's the transcendence. They rise above situations, circumstances that surround them, so that they're always able to see beyond the horizon to what's coming, what's forming, and what is for them. He says they mount up on wings as eagles. They run and don't get weary. They walk and they do not faint, or they don't give up or quit. They are constantly evolving, moving, and in motion, that they are embracing the one constant in the universe, which is change. And they've learned how to move and matriculate and navigate the ebb and flow of life. This is what it means in the general sense to live a transcended life. Let me go over here to the comments and make sure I'm not missing anything, because if you have any questions or comments or input, please don't hesitate to comment, and I will certainly make sure that I address whatever your particular questions, comments may be. So let's move. There are a few things that you can do, a few tools that I want to give you to be able to live a transcendent life, so that you're not always tossed to and fro by every wind and every challenge and the swiftly changing situations and circumstances that arise in our life. Do you find that you are always finding yourself in a position where you feel like that every time you take 5 steps forward, you end up taking another 7 steps backwards? That as soon as you exit out of one situation or challenge, you are entering into another one? That life seems almost unfair, that it seems like the odds have been stacked against you. Well, today, what I'm about to give you is going to teach you the things that you can do, equip you with the tools to be able to transcend, that is, rise above those circumstances and not allow them to depress you, oppress you, get you down, block you, or to become an obstacle that constrains you from being able to experience and cultivate and curate your best life. Here's the first one: to be self-aware and experience and focus on inner growth. To be self-aware and experience and focus on inner growth. This means to regularly do some self-reflection and examination and evaluation, to look inward and ask yourself some questions. Number one, how are you feeling? Not how are you doing or what are you doing. There's a difference between doing and feeling, but to ask yourself honestly and answer yourself, how are you feeling right now, in this moment, in this season, in this event, in this section of your life? How are you feeling? And turn inward and get in tune and aligned with and become consciously aware of what's happening inside of you without judgment. Without judgment. Make sure you write that down. Somebody write it in the comments. Okay. Become aware of your feelings without judgment. Okay. Ask yourself the next question, which is, what is it that is emerging within me? What's trying to emerge from within me? What new gift, what new ability, what new talent or skill, what new feeling, what new desire or question or curiosity is emerging within me? Become aware and understand your own person, your own feelings, and then also consciously remind yourself of your own personal value and your own personal self-worth. Finally, embrace the areas where you can see the need for self-improvement and continuous learning. Don't run away from it. Don't shy away from it, because when you begin to self-evaluate, you may begin to notice some areas where you are experiencing some deficiency. Don't become judgmental of yourself of that, and don't shy away from it either or pretend that it doesn't exist. But embrace the need for self-improvement and continuing learning. Number two, mindfulness and presence. Practice mindfulness every single day, throughout your day and in your daily activities. What do I mean by being mindful? It means to live intentionally. To live intentionally. Most people spend their life living accidentally. They just kind of wander through life and then run into this and that and the other thing without any real set roadmap or intention for their life. And they just kind of adapt and grow and then become whatever the situation or the circumstance is around them. They allow the external to influence their internal, and therefore they are kind of living accidentally or incidentally. They're living their life from moment to moment based upon what occurs in that particular moment, rather than setting their intention, being deliberate about how you want to live your life, what you want to experience, and who you are being and becoming. Be intentional with your life. Set your intention every single morning before you get out of bed or before you make your way out of the door to begin your day. Set your intention that I'm going to have a good day, a wonderful day, a lovely day, that I am going to accomplish this, that, and the other, A, B, and C, 1, 2, and 3, that I am going to attract and manifest these things in my life. You can set your intentions in a solid, more solidified and effective way through meditation. So live intentionally by practicing mindful meditation. You can do mindful meditation alone if you are more familiar and well versed and seasoned with meditation, or you can seek out guided meditation. With Emerge, we do a guided meditation every single morning at 6 a.m. where we gather together to set our intentions for the day. If you'd like to be a part of our morning meditation, I invite you to become a partner with the Emerge movement by following the directions that you see written in the description above. And we would welcome you into the partner portal, and you can participate in setting your intentions every morning at 6 a.m. along with a soul community that is its sole purpose is to empower you on your spiritual journey to wholeness. Number 3, we are to establish connections with others. Establish healthy connections with others. Let me caveat that a bit. Not just any random connection, but to establish healthy connections with others. This is how you live a transcendent life. By building, nurturing meaningful relationships, by developing your soul tribe or your soul community. You see, you don't make friendships or connections. You don't build covenant relationships based upon the superficial. You should build your soul tribe, your soul connections based upon the vibrational frequency of the individuals, places, and people that you come in contact with that align with your highest vision and version of your life. Or, and let me use a biblical term, it says, try the spirit, whether it be of God. In other words, you want to make sure that the divine person that you are coming in contact with, that you are testing, trying, proving, evaluating, that you are sensing and intuitively understanding whether they are on the same vibrational frequency or the line of mindful spirit that you are on, that you have commonality of spirit. You may not have commonality of goals. You may not have commonality of intention, but you can have a commonality of spirit and soul where you are like-minded, where you are embracing, growing, and expanding together. It's important that you are connected with a good, solid soul community, tribe, and friendships, that you find your soulmates. And yes, soulmates are not about romantic partners. That's a misunderstanding and a misconception that has been propagated by a lot of different people. But your true soulmates are your soul tribe. It's building a community of fellowship. And I can't think of a better place for you to slide and fit into than in the Emerge community. I want to invite you to partner with the Emerge family, because we are a soul community that is committed to building each other up, loving and accepting each other right where we are, and all of us expanding and accelerating and manifesting the life that we desire together. There's a scripture that says 1 can chase 1,000 and 2 can put 10,000 to flight. The essence of the inference from the text is that it's always better to have more than one. Ecclesiastes says two are better than one because alone one cannot get heat. Now, there it's talking about romantic relationship and connection, but it is also, we can infer and we can pull from that it is that when you are in community and communion with others, you strengthen yourself and you increase the probability and the intensity of manifesting what you desire. Let me keep going. The next thing that you need is spiritual exploration. To live a transcendent life, you need to embrace spiritual exploration. What do I mean by that? It means to explore different spiritual practices and philosophies. Now, this one's kind of tough, especially for those of you who ascribe to a particular religion, because religion tends to demand that you be constrained and confined to the legalism, the dogma, the doctrine, and the ideology of that particular religion because they are exclusive. That means they keep others out and say the only way that you can be a part of our community is that you accept our rules, regulations, doctrines, legalisms, and you have to come with the premise or the idea that we are the only ones right and everyone else is wrong. I've said this before and I'll repeat it today. It is a humongous red flag anytime you encounter any organization or group that purports that we are the only one who's right and everybody else is wrong. And if you're with us, then you're safe, saved, sanctified, and satisfied. But if you are not with us, then you are lost, damned, doomed, and on your way to destruction. That is a red flag. You need to run as fast as you can from anything that constrains and confines you to a particular organization. Because in order to live a transcendent life, you have to embrace the exploration of other thoughts and philosophies and experiences and spiritual practices. Find what works for you, find what aligns with your spirit, find what serves you best, and keep it. Here's what the scripture says in the Bible: to prove all things and hold fast to that which is good. It essentially is saying, try everything, and the things that serve you, hold on to. The ones that don't, then peacefully let them go. Also, begin working toward meaningful goals. This is a part of your exploration. Rediscover your sense of wonder and curiosity. Leave all limitations behind. Let me say that again. Begin to rediscover your sense of curiosity and wonder and leave all limitations behind. Unfortunately, due to our environment and culture and religion and all of these external influences like families, friends, cousins, and loved ones, well-intentioned people, life and people and circumstances have a tendency to beat the curiosity and wonder out of you. They demand that you align yourself with a particular way of thinking and being, acting and behaving, and don't even consider anything outside of the parameters that have been set by that particular culture, environment, religion, or that external influence. And so it squashes and quells your curiosity. But I'm telling you that if you want to live a transcendent life, you have to rediscover, uncover, dig up your sense of wonder and curiosity. That same curiosity that you had when you were a little kid before the world began to beat it out of you, that always made you wonder how this works. What is this? What if I do this? What about this? That always led you into what parents would label mischief, but for you, it was an adventure because you were exploring. The thing that your soul resists more than anything else in the universe is limitation. Let me say that again. Please remember this. The thing that your soul resists, that it hates more than anything else in the universe, is limitation. I'm telling you to liberate and free your soul to experience, explore, and expand itself throughout all of the opportunities and the limitless, infinite opportunities that are created and presented by this world and the multiverse. Give your soul permission to explore, to expand, to soar to new heights. Do this by experiencing new things, trying different experiences in life, doing things that you've always imagined but never worked up the courage or made the time to do. Get out and experience something new, do something new, be somebody else, go somewhere you've never gone, eat something you've never eaten before, try something you've never tried, wear something you would normally never wear. Be and become something new and different. Explore and expand. Stop feeling like the entire world revolves around that little town or city that you grew up in. Get outside of the boundaries of that little small space that you've been living in. There's a vast world out there, and you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to travel or to explore. You can explore parks, and you can explore, these places are free, museums, and you can explore all of these different places. One of the greatest tools of exploration is reading. You can be transported into different times, spaces, places, and experiences just through the pages of a book. Pick up a novel and read and explore. Take the time to travel. Go by bus or by train or by plane. Ride a bike. Do whatever you can do to experience something new. Expand and explore. Increase your soul's experience and its expansion. Let me keep going. The next thing is to begin pursuing passion and purpose. To live a transcendent life, you need to begin to pursue passions and purpose. Identify and follow what your passions are, because passions are always connected to purpose. Let me say that again. Identify and embrace and follow your passions, because your passions are always inextricably connected to purpose. Did you understand what I said? What is it that you're passionate about? What is it that gets your motor running, that causes your blood to begin to circulate faster, your heart to begin to pump and beat? What is it that you would do every day? You would do it for free if you could just simply do it every single day. What is it that doesn't even seem like work to you? It doesn't seem like a struggle to you. What is it that you deeply care about, that arouses you, that excites you, that lights your flame and causes your cells to dance with the rhythm of excitement and enthusiasm because you just think of it? What is it that brings such excitement and intense passion within you just by the mention of it or the thought of it? Follow it, embrace it, experience it, because it is always tied to your purpose. As I said earlier, begin setting and working toward meaningful goals. And I used to have this catchphrase that I would always say, I would send it out in every text: passionately pursue your purpose. Those of you who've been with me for a while, especially back when I was living in Georgia and I had the daily text service I would send out, I would end every text with the tagline: passionately pursue your purpose. Begin to set achievable goals and go after them. A dream becomes a nightmare if you never pursue it. Nothing is more painful than what Langston called a dream deferred. Okay? It makes the soul sick. When you've dreamed about one day I'm gonna, I wanna, one day I will. After a while, one of these good old days, and then you never experience, explore, or pursue your dream. If you dream it, if you desire it, if it ignites your passion, then set a goal to experience it and go after passionately. Pursue your purpose. Participate in activities that you've never done so you can experience, explore, and expand the parameters of your conscious awareness and the experiences of your soul. Let's move on. Then, in order also to live a transcendent life, a life above all of the situations and circumstances that can be created and brought to us in this three-dimensional world, you need to have a healthy life and a focus on your well-being. You need to have a healthy life and a focus on your well-being. What do I mean by that? I mean that you need to maintain a balanced lifestyle. All work and no play is not healthy. I know you're working towards your goals and you're trying to launch your business or launch your career or build and get promoted at your job. You're working to try and bring in that money and create streams of revenue. That's wonderful. But there's a time that you need to relax and play and have fun and just put all the work to the side. You need a healthy work-life balance. All work and no play makes not only a Jack a dull boy, but it'll make Jack a sick boy or Jill a sick woman. You need time to breathe. You need to take some time off and some days off. And so pursue a healthy work-life balance. Not only that, but to also have a healthy diet and healthy practices. Now, here's a thing that I struggled with for years. Those of you who know me know that I've been on this weight loss journey, and I'm so grateful that since January, I've gone from 420 pounds down to 296 pounds. But it hasn't been without making some drastic changes in my lifestyle and in my diet. I had to begin to limit my food and caloric intake. I began to limit my choices in foods to healthy choices instead of so much unhealthy. And I am not saying by any means that you can't have anything unhealthy, because sometimes I still do. I'll still have a Doritos chip every now and then. I like me a nice little bag of Doritos chips every now and then. But instead of eating that all the time and making a meal out of chips and drinks, I would actually do that. I would make a whole meal out of chips and drinks. I've began to make more healthy choices, cutting out a lot of foods that are not good for my body. And every body is different. So what's not good for me might be perfectly fine for you. So you don't need to copy and try and replicate what I do. I've cut my caloric intake down to about 700 to 900 calories a day. Yeah, I know that's drastic. I told you I got a goal in mind. And so drastic, it required drastic steps and drastic measures. And so my caloric take is about 700 to 900 calories a day. I've cut pork out of my diet. I've cut beef for the most part out of my diet. I stick to chicken, fish, and turkey and limit my portion sizes to about 3 to 4 ounces of meat. I've cut out the starches and a whole lot of like rices and pastas. Now, every now and then I cheat and I'll have a rice or a pasta, but most times, it's strictly vegetables, healthy vegetables and fruit, and very small portion sizes. And then, for you've seen from my videos, I'm out exercising every day. I do at least 3 miles a day, a mile and a half of walking, a mile and a half of jogging. Again, everybody is different, and you start where you are. Start where you are. I didn't start where I am right now. When I began this whole journey, man, walking to the end of the driveway and back, I'd be out of breath. My back would be hurting. My legs would be aching. And I had to sit down somewhere and probably fall asleep for a good 30, 45 minutes, just trying to recover and rejuvenate from just walking to the end of the driveway to the back to the door. But I've gotten to the place where now, over time, being consistent, somebody write in the comments, consistency, 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 consistency. Consistency is the key. The more you do it, the better you get at it, the stronger you become, and the easier it becomes. And I gradually worked my way up to now being able to go for 3 miles a day. Running was something, man, please don't run, jog. Are you kidding? Run my mouth, but oh my goodness. I've got a great friend, someone that I love so much. Her name is LaBridget Rawls. She's here on Facebook. She is a marathon runner. I mean, she does running for pleasure. She absolutely loves it. And we would talk back and forth. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to get healthy and everything. But all that running stuff, no, you can keep that. I ain't going to be able to do all that, because no, me and running just don't mix. And look at me now. I know she laughed. Lord have mercy, she probably looking laughing at her. I thought you said you wasn't going to run. But here I am. I'm not at her level now where she's running like 26 miles and doing marathons and 10K, 20K, and she's traveling all over the country doing these marathons and stuff, man. I'm not at that level. I think I might want to try that one day. I can't believe I just said that. But I actually might want to try doing a marathon one day. It's amazing how getting healthy can change your mindset. Don't laugh, Bridget. Don't you laugh. Don't you laugh at me. But yeah, so, changing your diet, making sure that you exercise, making sure that you are forming healthy habits, giving your body time to relax, taking a vacation. taking a vacation. Taking a vacation. That's what I said. You deserve some time to relax. Go to an island, go to Jamaica, Trinidad, Haiti, go to Antigua, go down to Cozumel, go to some other country, go somewhere, go to the Smoky Mountains, or heck, just get outside of your city and go somewhere nearby even. It doesn't matter, but go somewhere and spend some time just having fun. Take your family and friends or go alone, but give yourself time to relax without thinking about this and trying to build that and create this or do. Get out and have some fun. Are y'all hearing me? I like that. Contessa says, she says, I'm getting back into my yoga routine and I've been so sore, but I've been loving getting back to doing it more weekly rather than every. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Anything that's going to aid in your healthy life. I got to keep moving. I got about 10 minutes left, and so I want to try and squeeze it all in. Okay? But health and, wait a minute. While I'm talking about a healthy living, don't let me leave out this part. Your mental health. I'm going to slow down and pause for a second right then, take a sip of my tea. I'm drinking a turmeric and ginger tea this morning, and it's good. Your mental health. Here's the thing that we don't pay much attention to, especially among African American people. I don't know why it's become such a taboo with us, but our mental health is important, especially Black men on this Father's Day. Can I talk to you, brothers? We all need something to give us an outlet. We need someone that we feel comfortable and at ease talking to. And I know it may not be your spouse or your significant other or your baby mama, your girlfriend, your wife. I understand. Sometimes you don't feel safe talking to them because, number one, they have some really unrealistic expectations of you. Number two, they always seem to bring up your most vulnerable conversations and use them against you later on. And then start thinking of you like a punk and like you weak and like you this, that, and the other. And ladies, please understand that if you happen to encounter a man that gets to the place where he feels comfortable opening up to you and talking about what's really going on, about what he's feeling, not about what he's doing, not what he's planning, not what he's going to do, but about what he's actually feeling, trust me, he trusts you beyond anything you can imagine. And don't you dare violate that trust by bringing it up later on in an argument or when you're pissy or when you decide that you want to use it against him. Don't you bring it up and don't discuss it with anyone else. I'm just trying to help some of you ladies out. Because men have a tendency to shut down and hold everything in. Women do the same thing too, but not as much as men. It's not healthy for you to bottle up your emotions and feelings, your hurts, your pains, your worries, your concerns, your fears, to bottle them up and press them down and keep them locked inside. Everyone needs an outlet. Everyone needs someone that they can talk to. Going to therapy doesn't mean you're crazy. Not going to therapy can make you crazy. Ooh, Lord. I know that's a lot to write, but somebody need to write that one in the comments for me. Going to therapy does not mean you're crazy. Not going to therapy can make you crazy. Listen to what I'm telling you. There is absolute. I've gone to therapists before. I'm looking for a therapist now. I'm new to this area still and still learning. And I'm trying to find a good therapist that I can, because I need an outlet. I've got so much stuff that I need to get out. I need to talk about. And I know the church folk will tell you, all I need is Jesus. Just have a little talk with Jesus and tell him all about you need a person to talk to. Talking to some in the air, talking to Jesus and talking to God and talking and releasing it into the atmosphere. That's okay. But sometimes you need feedback. You need someone else you can talk to who can objectively, non-judgmentally hear you and then be there to offer you some counsel or advice or guidance, or sometimes nothing other than a listening ear. Sometimes you just want someone to hear you, to truly hear you, to truly see you. I know that's something I've been struggling with here recently, just feeling so isolated and alone, unseen, unheard, unvalued. It's a difficult struggle, especially for Black men. Hence why I'm looking for a therapist, someone that I can talk to and unload and release to. And so if you have a significant other who understands that you have these kind of conversations, you don't listen to respond, but you listen to understand, to hear. Is nothing in this world better than having someone who genuinely sees you, hears you, understands you, and then accepts and loves you unconditionally. Now, I know there are a lot of cynics out there right now who will say there's no such thing as an unconditional love. Nobody loves you unconditionally. Okay, well, you keep on believing that and you'll keep manifesting that in your life. I believe in unconditional love. I believe that you can love someone completely and unconditionally, no matter what they do or become, feel, say, or how they behave. You can continually love them with an intense love. That unconditional doesn't mean that you agree with everything, that you accept everything, that you don't have boundaries. It simply means that I accept you for you, and that nothing that you've done, said, or become, or that you are being or becoming will stop me from loving you. I absolutely believe in it. I love some people unconditionally. I absolutely do. I have some people that I absolutely love unconditionally. And I can tell you this as well, that amongst the Emerge family, our virtual community, we love each other unconditionally. This is a loving, accepting, non-judgmental, soulful community. So if you're looking for that kind of community, come on over to the Emerge family. Partner with us. I guarantee you'll find a soul connection like you've never experienced before in your life. I got a bunch of comments. Let me jump over here real quick. Diana said, yes, thank you. That's true, because men need an outlet also. The pressure of life that men go through, women don't know. They don't often understand it. That is so true. Nicole says, yes, Lord, going to therapy doesn't mean you're crazy, but not going to therapy can make you crazy. Thank you. That's right. Okay. So it is very important that you have that kind of connection. You pay attention to your mental health. And while I'm there also, great, I'm running out of time. I'm almost through though, but I just this is important as well. While I'm there, stop calling mental illness a demon. Lord, I'm finna make all my church religious folk mad at me again. I can't seem to come on here without pissing off the church folk. But y'all call everything a spirit, everything a demon. And first of all, demons don't even exist, but that's a whole nother conversation. But stop calling everything a spirit, okay? Mental illness is not a spirit. Schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, manic depression, depression itself is not a spirit. It's not a spirit. It's not a spirit. I'm raising my voice. It's not a spirit. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You've been stuck on stupid and paused on silly for ages. Stop it. Mental illness is not a spirit. Stop telling people that they got a spirit that you can pour oil on their head and cast out of them. You around there pleading the blood and dancing and putting the Bible on their chest and pouring oil on their head and knocking them to the floor and having them roll and spit in bubbles and jump over pews is not going to cure their bipolar disorder. They need to see a psychiatrist and they need medication. And having medication that helps them with their particular mental illness is not a lack of faith, and it is not acquiescing to a demon. Stop with the nonsense. A lot of people dancing and shouting are mentally ill. I'm beginning to think Christianity and Islam and all these religions are mental illness themselves. Honestly, I really just think they're almost a mental disorder. But a lot of people dancing, shouting, preaching through mental illness, praying through mental illness, prophesying through mental illness, smiling and putting on the show and display for everybody else, but having breakdowns and wars in their mind all the time. And you have no idea. Just because they're gifted, you look past all of the other things and you acquire and you equate that to their gift and say, well, you know, prophets are all quirky and have a certain eccentricities and they're all a little bit crazy and manic, and the apostles are all a little bit nutty and fruitcakey, and people who are musicians and gifted, they're all a little bit okay. But in a lot of those cases, they have undiagnosed mental illness, and the church folk won't let them go seek out real professional help without telling them they ain't saved and they full of a demon. What's wrong with you guys? Stop it. You can tell I'm passionate about that. Calm down. Stop it. Okay? Stop it. All right. Transcendent life. Coming back. I got to finish. I got about 3 more minutes so I can do this. I'm almost at the end right now. Okay. After health and well-being, to live a transcendent life, you need to contribute to a greater good. Contribute to a greater good, to something that is larger and bigger than yourself. That means getting involved in some kind of community service or some type of activism. Get involved in something that is a cause that is bigger than yourself. Get involved in volunteerism. Go work at a nursing home or at a hospital, or volunteer with the boys club, the girls club, or to work with the kids in your neighborhood. Be a mentor or a big brother or a big sister, but do something that is larger than yourself. You will be amazed at just the effect of your giving of yourself, your time, your wisdom, your knowledge, your talents will boomerang back to you and bring such great transcendent joy and peace and happiness inside of you. Don't live selfishly, narcissistically within your own little world, confined to your own little bubble. Step outside of it and give of yourself to others. Contribute to causes that are bigger than you, that don't benefit you directly, but that you are able to be of service and benefit to others. And then finally, embrace change and uncertainty. If you want to live a transcendent life, embrace change and uncertainty. I need for you to first begin to accept the impermanence of life. That life is fragile and brief. Life is short. I don't know why that just overwhelmed me. Life is short. It's impermanent. It's brief. Don't waste it walking around carrying anger, grudges, bitterness, resentment. Don't waste it living a life that you don't desire, that's miserable, that just engenders sadness and grief. Don't waste your life hoping and wishing and never actually living. Don't end up dying before you have a chance to live. Somebody write that in the comments. Don't die before you live. Write that just like that. Don't die before you live. Don't die before you live. Life is brief. Life is impermanent. There's an old song that said, time is filled with swift transition. It's basically saying that things can shift and change on a dime, in a moment, in a second. Unexpected things happen. The ebb and flow, twists and turns of life can catch you completely off guard and hit you from the side without your even being aware that it's coming. And so you need to live your life every single day in the eternal moment of now. Please understand when I say to you that now is all there is. The future is a dream, an imagination, a hope. The past is an illusion. All that truly exists is right now, in every moment, in every second. Be present. Be fully, bodily, emotionally, spiritually, mentally present in every moment. Live your life to the fullest. Enjoy it. Don't waste a moment of your life with sadness or depression or not enjoying the experience. We are all on this journey called life. Make sure you enjoy the trip. Make sure that you are enjoying the experience. Don't waste your time and breath with anger, aggravation, frustration, with bitterness, resentment, and grudges, because those things will begin to rob you of the beauty of the eternal moment of now. You find yourself dreading to see this person, to go this place, to be in this particular space. Well, I don't want to go because so-and-so is going to be there and this one might be, and I don't feel like going to work, and I don't want to go and be around these people, and I don't even want to go home. How many people sit in your car because you don't even want to go inside your house? You don't want to be around the people that are around you because you're angry. You don't want to be with family. Guilty, guilty, guilty. I've got sisters and brothers that I haven't even seen in 15 to 20 years, all because of petty stuff that happened years ago. Some not so petty stuff, but that we just never talked about or dealt with. I don't know why I'm being so transparent this morning telling y'all my business, but it's true, you know? And so I withdrew myself so I could be healthy mentally, emotionally, spiritually. But now that withdrawal has become a habit. And so I'm comfortable not being around them. And that's crazy. We're all getting older. I've got a brother and sisters that are older than me. And I was about to say I'm pretty old. I'm not that old. I'm getting better, like a fine wine, that I haven't spoken to or seen in years. Life's too brief to hold grudges. I know if I'm saying it, there's probably some of you that can bear witness that you're probably in the same position. Okay? I've had friends walk out of my life without even a conversation. Just stopped answering my calls, wouldn't respond to my texts, never had a conversation with me. Just don't stop dealing with me altogether. I've had people who at one point said they loved me, they appreciated me, they honored me, blah, 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 especially as a pastor and a leader. And then now it's as though I never even existed. I never mattered. All of that love just went right on out the window. Life's too short. Don't allow those things to bog you down. If you're going to live an ascended life, you embrace the impermanence of life, the fragility of life, the value of life, the brevity of life. You choose and embrace what serves you in the present moment and keep choosing it until it no longer does. Whew. I hope you heard that. Choose and embrace what serves you in this present eternal moment of now, and keep choosing it until it no longer does. And then let it go without judgment, without malice, without resentment, without hate, but release it in love and continue your journey. Learning to adapt and flow and go and grow with the challenges and the ebbs and flow of this life is supported by these two simple truths that are drawn from the Bible. One, if God is for you, then nothing is against you. And since God is for you, everything is for you, and nothing is against you. And number two, all things, everything, synergistically works together for your good because God loves you and God called, predestined, and chose you. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you live a transcended life. All right, this was good. I enjoyed myself with you this morning. I still went 10 minutes over. Forgive me. Please get out and do something great for the fathers in your life. Love them. Do more than just send them a text. Okay, that can be nice, but do more than just send a text. Pick up the phone and call them, or FaceTime them, or go visit them, or take them to dinner, right? Send them a card, or do something though of real worth and value to let these men know how much you appreciate them. Okay? Do that today. I want to give you the opportunity to support this platform with your gifts and your offerings, to sow into this platform. I appreciate those of you who have done so in the past and continue to do so now. Please use any of the platforms that you see on your screen and sow your seed and give your sacrifice right now. Any seed of any size that you sow is appreciated. I appreciate your support and generosity. Do it now while we're still on the air, or do it as soon as we go off the air if you need to be offline in order to be able to use your device. But sow a generous seed that expresses your appreciation for what you received and heard here today. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate all of you so very much. Have an absolutely splendiferous day. Happy Father's Day to all of the wonderful fathers that are out there. I love you, and I'll see you next week.
Some of you are even afraid to dream, afraid to imagine. But I'm here to tell you that you are an infinite, limitless, boundless being. Are you willing to do what is necessary to have what you desire?
You've been listening to Apostle Isaac Miles, the disruptive innovator, a mentor, an author, a motivational speaker, an entrepreneur, and the founder and spiritual director at emergelec Life Enrichment Center. Please take a minute to subscribe, like, and share this page. If you'd like to become a partner, you can do so by emailing us at emerge.lifecenter@gmail.com. Again, that's emerge.lifecenter@gmail.com. Once again, thank you for watching.